Go for Nick.
Are you doing that podcast again on the show call?
Mm-hmm. No, I am not. All right, I gotta go. Yo, what's up, everybody? And welcome back to the 5 Hour Mini Podcast. And today is episode 4. And it's called Work Call Conversations. Now, before we get started, please take the time to subscribe. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, likes, all that stuff. Subscribe right now. I'm waiting. All right, let's get to it. Work call conversations. Self-explanatory. You know, the type of conversations we have, whether we're sitting backstage, lunch break, 15-minute break. It could go left, it can go right. Left, it can go right. Daily conversations. And you know what? I got some mess that I need to tell y'all about. Something childish that apparently I'm a part of. But before I get into that, because I will get into that, let's take a look at these conversations. As a stagehand, you have to pride yourself in being a journeyman, right? Like, you have to be able to work in different departments. Carps, electrics, at least 2.
Yeah.
A minimum of 2. I feel like a minimum of 2. Give me 2. Props, loader, whatever.
Props, loading, electrics, sound.
Sound. You could be, listen, just an average, if you can do an average, not mediocre, but average, hey, you can get it done. Do that. This is what I don't like. If you know me for being like, this is what I don't like. If you know me for being a board op, then all the calls you're gonna give me are electric calls. Like electrics, which is cool because I guess in a sense that you kind of know that when you're going to work, what department you're going to be in. But there are times where we have senior members that come back and your number, like I'm A80, but then all of a sudden A15 and 23 and 25 and 51 and 52, all these guys decide to come back out of nowhere.
Especially around Christmas.
Especially around Christmas, now your number you just end up getting bumped off the call in electrics. The issue with that is, I'm not an electrician, I'm a stagehand.
Right.
I'm a journeyman. So if you run out of space in electrics, just put me in another department. I don't understand why is that so hard.
They pigeonhole a lot of people.
Don't pigeonhole me. The whole point of being a journeyman and to being a overall stagehand so that you're comfortable in all departments and you can be able to work in different departments.
A stagehand should be able to work all departments
Comfortably. I could sew a dress if I needed to. I can hem some pants. I can iron, steam a dress or something like that. I learned that in college. I did it.
I haven't, but you can show me. I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure it out.
I can do hair and makeup.
Stop.
Yes.
No.
Yes, girl. I can do hair and makeup. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah. So this is what happened with this dance company that comes into our local on our stage. They don't honor requests. They don't have requests, just like the opera. So this dance company and the opera, they don't do requests. They just do, they just go by the numbers. Like, the hall, they go by the numbers. Then they send out, the stagehands. It works out because, I'm on the A-list, but sometimes if it's too many A-listers that come back to the department, let's say electrics, then I get bumped off because these A-listers, I guess, they don't do other departments sometimes. Mm-hmm. They won't do props or carp or anything like that. They just automatically put them on electrics. The issue...
Some they won't get put on other departments. Like, there's a lot of high A-listers that'll never be on the rail.
That'll never be on the rail, right. And it's something, and you know, to a degree, you would rather, and everyone would rather, a person work where they're most comfortable and where they're more skilled. I get that. I understand that. The thing is, I'm not like that in one department. I don't know how else to say it. So my issue that I had with this call was, if we run out of space for the electrics department, I'm not fighting to be on this call in electrics. I'm not fighting to be in electrics.
Right.
Right? If you run out of space in electrics, just move me to another department. Move me to carps or something like that. And in fact, I came in the local as a carp.
Did you?
Yes,
I've always known you as an electrician.
exactly. And that's the issue right there, because I went to school for scenic design for carpentry. But when I came into the local, they've only given me electrics calls. What am I going to turn them down? I'm not going to turn down electrics calls.
It's hard finding good electricians, though, because we got a lot of higher-ups that they've been in electrics, but they don't know what they're doing.
That's beyond me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm good at electrics because this is my job. Like when I come to work, I can see what to do and what not to do.
See, but you look at this as a career.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at this as a job. Oh, I come in and I'll make 20-something an hour for 5 or 10 hours, and I don't need to learn anything because I'm making the same amount as everybody else.
Right.
But this is my career. This is your career. You want to be as good in your career as you possibly can, and that's learning all the departments.
Right. Well, that differentiate if you're going to be a body, like somebody who just comes to work and you're just physically a body, or you're going to be somebody who's going to make a difference in the production. I look at what we have going on. I look at the big picture. Like, okay, this department is doing that. This department is doing that. We're doing this together. We're going to bring this all together at the end of the day. I look at the big picture. That's why, later on I think I'm going to be a technical director or something like that,
You
because...
make a pretty good TV.
You think so?
I think you would.
Because I look at the big picture, the overall thing, not just day by day, okay, I'm going to get through this 8 hours and go home. No. What all we have to do, what's next? Like, what do we have left to do? Like, that's the type of things I look at. So anyway, going back, my issue with that is, don't pigeonhole me. I just learned that word too just now. Don't pigeonhole me as an electrician.
Right.
Because I didn't even start off as an electrician. The only reason why I learned consoles is because I hated coming to work on a Monday for like 4 hours. I come in, I focus the lights for like 4 hours, and then they say, okay, well, Nick, we'll see you back on Sunday at 10 p.m. Well, what am I going to do for the rest of the week?
Yeah.
Then I started learning the consoles. Well, so if I learn a console, then I'm going to be on the show for the week. Board op.
Well, you've been in the local for what, like 8 or 9 years, right?
I started 2008.
12 years.
I started 2008.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
January 6, 2008 was my first call. So that's one thing. I only learned consoles to be on the show. Because they cut the show down to show crew. You only got the audio, lighting, and then they got on the rail.
Most road shows, they've got their own board op anyway. That's the good thing about being a spot op.
Right. And also, smaller calls or whatnot, like in the back room at the Gleason or the convention center, where there's no stations. They only have board ops, like turn the lights on and off and stuff.
Yeah. That's like, I can do spot, but I'll do concerts.
Yeah.
Do like the Night Center, Fillmore. But
Listen, man, at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, I just want to work. That's it. I just want to work, man. I don't care if I'm sewing a dress. I don't care if I'm pulling the rope, front line in, back line out. I don't care if I'm crunching buttons, making coffee. It don't matter. I just need to work. That's it. I'm in it for the money. I'm in it for the money. Moolah, dinero, pesos, rand. You know? That's it. That's it. You know what else I think about? You know, every season, it seems like every few months or every year or so, you got new lights that are out. New moving lights, new brands, new types, LEDs, new everything. You got to keep up on it. It's hard to keep up on some of the stuff, man, especially when you're not in it every day. Like, I don't work in a rental house, in a rental shop where they get these things, or they sit around and they read these magazines about, oh, look at this new light, look at this, look at that, new consoles. You know, I mean, some of the consoles are almost the same. Like, they got the same command line. What makes most consoles different, I don't want to get all into the specs and all that. This ain't no nerdy type podcast. But, like, the menus, the options of how to get to menus and the views of the screens and all that. But that takes time, man. Like, I don't use consoles every single day, man. So to be an electrician, I think it's good to at least know the basics of consoles, you know, turning it on, get some lights to turn on. That's about it. But, man, like, I know when I get of age, you know, I'm not going to want to, or I won't be capable of trying to keep up with the Joneses. I mean, I'm not, because I'm really not a lighting guy. You know, it's a difference. Like my colleague Apon, he got his own lights. He purchased his own movers. He does lighting designs outside of his normal union job. He's a lighting guy, like designing lights. I think at some point in your career, you have to be able to do everything and just be comfortable in every department. Like, I had my long stretch, I guess 10 years, 12 years of being an electrician, I would say. But, you know, you get put in a box. Like, I just want to move out of it. Like, just step out, get on the fly rail. So, I don't know, man. I think for me, if I can be an electrician for, like, the Broadways and the, you know, any other type of show like that comes in, that'd be good. That'd be great. I can still be board op, spot op, what have you. I'd be good in that. But some shows like the ballet or the opera, I'd rather prefer being on the fly rail because, you know, it's a lot more drops, more traditional, you know, fly rail cues or what have you. So I'd be good with that. I should look into that. Just being on a fly rail for the ballets and stuff like that. No, more theatrical, not more theatrical, but, you know, a different type of theatrical show besides a musical or something like that. You know, just to be well-rounded, just to be, you know, because I want to be hands-on in every aspect of working on stage, working in the theater. Because you know what it is, when you get older, you give yourself more options. You give yourself more options and where you work, which department you're going to work in. Because you give yourself more options, because you give yourself more experience. And I got my main man here, Blue. Right now he's eating. He don't want to be on camera because he's eating. But I'm just going to ask him a couple of questions. Nah. He got stage fright.
My beautiful face. Let's get into it.
He don't even know where the camera is. So let me ask you, how important is it as a stagehand to know and work in different departments?
How important? It's very important. You want to be a well-rounded stagehand, just like a well-rounded. In case someone calls in, you want to be able to do their job,
Right?
no matter what department. Now, wardrobe, I can't stitch nothing for you. I can't. You better have your seams right when you come in. But when it comes to being a stagehand in each department, they're all important.
Right.
and it's what makes the show come together. But it's just like being a band member. You know, if you know how to play every instrument, if someone doesn't show up that day, at least you could fill in.
Well, you got files over there?
Right. All right. So, what's your 5-year plan
My 5-year plan.
as a stagehand? I caught you off guard with that. I don't
Make
know.
it through 5 years. Make it through another 5 years.
Why you sound like the guidance counselor in high school?
Who, me?
Make it through another 5 years.
You talking about me? No, I just came up. Like, I just came up with this question, like, just now.
On the fly.
I don't know.
Sound like they're in the guidance counselor room.
Nah. No, because, the reason why I'm asking, because, it's the inevitable. It's inevitable. We got DNR. We got death and retirement, man. We getting of age. I mean, some of us in our 30s, some of us, approaching our 40s. You may or may not gotta have a plan as what we're gonna do.
What that is? What that is? What that is? Raisin
So that's all I was asking. Sure.
Chains.
I understand that. So what I'm asking is, you wouldn't want to be like the BA or the treasurer, president.
El Presidente.
Yeah.
I mean, you
'Cause you're
never
the president,
know.
but you still
You
be on
never
the
know
field.
what your life calls you to do. But for right now, no, I'm not trying to be. I just want to be the best person I could be in stagehand
A well-rounded stagehand, man. That's good.
and comedian.
See, not everybody can do it. See, hold on, Jason. Hold on, Blue. Not everybody can do. Hey, but wait, aren't you like second generation?
Yeah.
These like chicken sausage subs.
See, working in the local, in the union, in this business, we have second generation, third generation, fourth generation. I'm first generation. I don't think I may or may not have kids. Like, who knows? But this is like a generational job, man. We get grandfathered in.
It doesn't get you any more respect though.
Oh man, come on.
Mike Fredette.
Don't think for 1 second you're gonna piggyback off someone else's
on.
name in your
Hold on.
family.
Go for Nick.
Are you doing that podcast again on the show call?
No, I am not. All right, I gotta go. Yo, let's get into it. I have a certain amount of disdain for high-strung, uptight, tight-assed co-workers. Like, be miserable by yourself, man. I mean, you can't laugh at anything. You can't laugh. You can't talk. You can't converse. And I'm talking about not while we're working hard or crunch time or rehearsing or anything like that. I'm talking about during our breaks. I'm talking about doing 15-minute breaks, lunch breaks. Now, I'm not saying to come to work just to play and to play around. I'm not saying that. We're grown. We're professionals. We get our job done at the beginning of the day. But while we're doing that, you can smile. Like, small talk. Like, what's the problem with having small talk? What's the problem of talking to someone and passing? Like, you guys are just uptight for no reason. Remember in school, in class, we always had that one student that sat in the front row, and whenever the other cool kids or the other kids just, started talking or laughing about something, there's always that one dork in front of the class that's like, come on, guys. Stop having fun, guys. Stop laughing, guys. It's not funny, guys. There's always that one student that's like that. There's no written rules. There's no specific written rules about what we can and cannot do. It's just that person feel like however they feel, that's how everyone should be. Like, if it's not their way, then it's no way at all. Like, yo, relax. Like, first relax. Like, we making all this money here. You should just enjoy the fruits of our labor. You put in the hard work already. We're working. We're professionals. But can we laugh? Can we talk? Can we converse? Can we speak in passing? Like, y'all act like Y'all act like this is like, what is this? The military? Is this jail? Is this a sweatshop? Like, oh, you can't talk to them. No, you can't talk to them. They're not in your department. You can't talk to them. I know we're standing idle, but just stand there with a stale face and just stand there and do absolutely nothing. Just stand by and just stand there. Don't move. Just stand there. Sit there. One spot, no sound. Just sit there until I say we're ready to go. Until I say we can talk again. Until we can smile again. Until we can walk to stage right or something like that. Until I say that, then just sit here. No, you can't talk. No, stop. In a union, we work in different venues. In every venue, they have their own ways of how things are ran. You know, not necessarily rules, but like just the way things are, you know, all according to the technical directors, the department heads, or what have you, what type of shows that are coming in and out. Like there's one particular venue on the beach. Everyone works there. You know, you get all these concerts that come in and out, all these one-offs, I guess you would say. And you know, you'll work in different departments. And you know, it's cool. Some moments you're hanging lights, some moments you're rapping the stage, you know. And then at the end of the night, you may or may not have to set out barricades or put the barricades out at the end of the day, you know. But you know, you get industrials, you know, it's good. You know, you get to learn a lot there. Then you get this other venue that I mainly work as like the department head there, department head lighting. It's downtown. It's old school. And at that venue, it's the most chill place ever. The most chill. No one bother you. No one is up your ass. No one is over your shoulder. You get the tech router at the beginning of the day. You look at it. You do what's on the paper. That's that. You don't even see the other departments sometimes. You just working. You get the job done. The technical directors or whoever, theater managers, they stay in their office. They do the paperwork. And they just do the paperwork and the payroll. They leave you alone. Because they are confident that you're going to do your job. They know you're going to do your job. They leave you alone. They leave you be. I like working there. You know, hold on. Before I go any further, this video is not to compare venues. It's not to compare theaters. It's not to compare department heads or stagehands or anything like that. Don't even take your mind there. Oh, if my theater isn't good enough for you to work here, then you shouldn't work here. Oh, then you shouldn't work in my department if you don't feel like you like it here. Shut up. Okay? Oh, you hurt my feelings. No, shut up. Not that type of party here. Don't do it. Just enjoy the video. So as I was saying, different venues have different vibes. That's all it is to it. Nothing crazy, there's no pros and cons. That's extreme. They're all venues, different type of shows, calls for different types of attitudes. I get that. We get that. But the one attitude I just do not agree with is uptight people. It doesn't matter how stressful we are. It doesn't matter how stressed the show is. You shouldn't have to worry about walking on eggshells when you're trying to converse with somebody or talk to somebody or just being at work. Like, this isn't the military. Okay, this isn't jail. This isn't a halfway house. We're not in school. We're adults. We're not in school. You're not teachers. We're not students. We're all adults here. We're all professionals here. We all get the same pay rate. We all get the same benefits or what have you. And I just do not like when people act like they're more important than anybody else. Okay, yes, you have a badge. Okay, we all have badges. Okay, yes, we all, stop. Like, stop. This whole my way or the highway attitude is just not what it is, man. Like, come on. There's one particular venue that I work at. it seems like all the departments are like split up or separated or segregated. I don't know why it's like that. It's kind of weird to me. It's kind of weird. Like you got the wardrobe that's like in a room, in a separate room. Then you got the carps that hang out at the fly rail on stage right. Then you have the electricians that hang out on stage left. Then you got like the props that's all the way up stage left. Then you got the sound guys, which is 2 guys, 3 maybe at the most. They hang out front of house or something like that. I want to know, like, why is everyone separated? Like, why can't, I don't know. But like me being me, a person who grew up in the arts, who grew up in theater, I get along with everybody. I speak to everybody. I think I'm like the only electrician that leaves stage left to go hang out with the carps at the fly rail. And like they look at me crazy, like, yo, what are you doing over there? Or why are you talking to those guys? Or, you know, you get certain department heads that's like, oh, don't talk to my guys, or don't talk to my girls, or don't talk to my people. Like, yo, what type of world are we living in, man? It's 2020. What type of world are we living in? Seriously? Like we're not doing anything. We're standing around, we're sitting around, you know. Just, I don't know. Ugh. So, let me get into my little kerfuffle, I would say. And it's stupid. To me, it's stupid. It's immature. It's uncouth. It's unprofessional. It's just dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. So let me give you guys a rundown on what's going on. It's going on right now. Like this past weekend, I'm posting this video today. I'm going to go to work tonight, and I'm going to find out the outcome of it tonight. Like if you're watching this today, Tuesday, I found out tonight about what happens. So anyway, I'm on this show. I'm on the show called, I run Spotlight for this show. So, you know, Spotlight is in front of house, obviously. So I have a colleague, I have a friend, personal friend, who I've known since high school. You know, we were in theater together. She was in costumes in theater. I was in scenic design in theater in high school. So this is, I'm talking about early 2000s, 2002, 2004, right? So we all here, we're in this union together. You know, this is how the world come about. And so obviously we have more things to talk about, you know, a lot of outside things, you know, that we talk about because I know her, you know, personally, right? And it's not even that. It's just that it could be anybody. You know, I have another friend that's on wardrobe as well that, you know, we've gone out with cast and crew or what have you. We plan on, hey, what are you doing after work? Oh, we're going to go to Wynwood. Oh, the cast invited us out, so we're going to go out. Oh, well, where are we going? I don't know. Well, let me know. So, you know, so my first colleague, I'm going to call her Lola. So Lola, her job for this particular show is to iron jackets and steam dresses and wardrobe, right? In passing, if I'm crossing to stage right to, you know, hang out with the carps, because, you know, we're idle, you know, I'll stop by her gondola and we'll have a few words, you know, hey, what's up? How you doing? How you doing today? How you feeling? You know, how's the kids? How's the family? Oh, I'm good. Whatever, right? 2 seconds. 1 minute. 2 minutes. 3 minutes. 10 minutes. There's no type of distraction. No one is not doing their job. My job is complete. You do what we call a channel check, you know, with electrics. You come in at 6:30, you do channel check. Channel check takes about, you know, 10-15 minutes. Boom. That's it. Your job is done. My job is done until I go to front of house to go to the spot booth. I usually go around 7 o'clock. You know, cause yeah, I usually go up around 7 o'clock. That's to beat the crowd. You know, get on the elevator. We have couches up there in front of the house in the spot booth. So I'll wait until, you know, props make the magnificent coffee that they make. Oh, I wait for them to make their coffee. So I get my coffee, my pre-show coffee, then I'll head up. So between 6:30 and 7 o'clock is 30 minutes of channel check, which takes, you know, 5 to 10 minutes, depending on if you have to swap something out, and me getting coffee, and me stopping by the gondola to say hi. Someone, please tell me what's the rules, what's the regulations, what's the violations, what's the penal code, what's the laws, what's the problem with someone saying hi? What's the problem with someone just having a decent small talk, a conversation? No one's been distracted. No one's been distracted. No one is slowing down their work. No one is not working. No one stops their job to talk. No. She's continuing on, ironing her vest, ironing her dress. You know, progress is not being held up. None of the sort. Nothing. You know why? Because we're all professionals here. We're all adults here. We all do this for a living. We all can do what you call, I think they call it, in some countries they call it multitasking. And you know, you can iron and talk at the same time. You know how I know you can do that? Because I'm doing it right now. You see this? I'm doing it right now. I'm talking and I'm ironing at the same time. You see that? Look. Ironing and talking at the same time. A little bit of steam here, whatever. Ironing and talking at the same time. I can converse and I can iron at the same time. This is what you call multitasking. I don't see the distraction here. Where's the distraction? Please, someone tell me. Nope, still ironing. No progress has been stopped. No progress has been halted. No progress has slowed down. It's been the same speed. See, look at that. And I'm still talking and ironing. I'm still ironing and talking. I don't know. Where's the distraction? Someone please tell me. Please. Please. Distraction. Distraction. Hello. So the props department, they don't have any problems. They don't have any issues. Everyone's great over there. Oh, the carps, the fly rail, they don't have any problems. You know, they're great over there. You know, electrics, they're cool. They get on their iPads. We stand by. We all right. We good. We talk about politics. We talk about the coronavirus. We talk about, you know, pop culture and Netflix and, you know, guitars. We talk about NASCAR. We talk about, you know, educational classes. We talk about all sorts of things. You know, we just talk. But wardrobe department, you cannot talk the wardrobe, ladies. Nope. I don't know. Are we in the military? Are they working in the sweatshop? No one can walk by and talk to them. They're off limits. I don't know. I don't get it. So let me tell you. So I guess department head or the senior members, I don't know. I would call her Theodora. And if you guys know Wicked, you know who Theodora is. So I'm just going to call her Theodora. Theodora, I don't know. I think she needs more attention than she's getting. I'm not sure. Because here's the thing. If I'm walking past the gondolas, if I'm walking past wardrobe or what have you, no one has a problem with me talking to them. You know why? Because they converse with me. No one's telling me, oh, Nick, you know, you're distracting me because I'm not doing my job. You know why? Because they're still continuing on with their job. I'm not standing in the way. I'm standing to the side. They're conversing. They're multitasking. You know, the production isn't slowing down. You know, and the messed up thing about it, the funny thing is, the ironic thing about it is Theodora would stop me as well to have a conversation with her. She wants to know all about my calendar. She wants to know all about my stagehand calendar. She wants to know who's going to be in the calendar. She's telling me, oh, this person isn't good enough for the calendar. That person would be perfect for the calendar. So I can have a conversation with her about my stagehand calendar. However, I can't talk to any wardrobe personnel because, I don't know, I guess I'm not talking to her. So it's like, if I'm not talking to her, I can't talk to anybody. And again, what's the distraction? Because I'm telling you this story and I'm still ironing a dress. I'm still ironing. The ironing did not stop. So I just don't understand what's the big deal about conversing with wardrobe personnel. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If there is a problem, if there is a little grief or kerfuffle or whatever, we're all adults here, right? I would think so. I would assume so. My thing is, why is it a problem for you to just tell me, hey, Nick, you know, we have a tight schedule over here. You know, I'm a tyrant. I run my department like the military. I run my department like a boarding school. You know, they can't talk to anyone, so no one can talk to them. You know, this is like the military over here. I'm running a sweatshop, Nick. I'm running a sweatshop upstage. Okay? They can't converse with people. They're not, yes, I understand they're adults. I understand they're women. I understand that, you know, they're professionals and that they do their job and that I understand that the production is not being slowed down, but I just don't like you talking to them. Why I don't like you talking to them, I have no idea why I don't like it. I just don't like it. You can talk to me though, but I just don't want you talking to them. Crazy, right? Crazy. But instead of coming to me or letting me know your concern, no, you want to tell another random stagehand to pass on the message. Pass on the message? Are we 6 or are we 60? Like, come on, man. I thought we were all adults here. So, not only are you going to pass the message on to another stagehand, but another stagehand, stagehand number 2, stagehand number 3, stagehand number 10, 15 stagehands are going to know the message, are going to know the problem before it finally gets to me. Makes absolutely no sense at all. So now we go into the break room, and now you're looking at me with wide eyes like, oh, that's the guy who I said something about. Oh. Now you're scared, like, you're making a big deal over nothing. And you're making a big deal about somebody who has a podcast. And as you know, I get my content for my podcast just by coming to work. Hello. So now, here's the thing. So word is going to get back to the head carp, the steward or whatnot. It's going to be a complaint. And my thing is, what exactly is the complaint? There's no disrespect. There's no harassment. The people who I'm talking to, they're not complaining. Their job isn't getting slowed down. The roadies, they don't care. You know why the roadies don't care? Because they're talking as well. They're conversing as well. No one has an issue except Theodora. No one has an issue except Theodora. It doesn't make any sense. This is what's going to happen now. Now, she's going to tell all the stagehands that, oh, she doesn't like Nick talking to her wardrobe personnel. And she's going to end up telling the steward, the head carp, that I'm talking to the wardrobe personnel. It's not even a complaint. How do you complain about a coworker talking to another coworker? How do you complain about a coworker talking to another coworker? After going to the steward, the department head, and complaining like, oh, Nick has been talking to one of my girls for about 10 minutes. I know he's been there for 10 minutes because I timed him. I stood there and I watched him. I timed him He stood there for 10 minutes talking to my girl. Now let me ask you something, audience. Let me ask you. If you stood there and you timed somebody for 10 minutes, wouldn't that mean you stopped working to watch me converse for 10 minutes? You're standing there and you're watching two adults, two co-workers converse while one of them is still doing their job the way I'm still ironing now. You stop what you're doing to see what we're doing, to see that we're talking and that we're over there minding our business. Another thing, just minding our business. She didn't burn the dress. She didn't burn the vest. Nothing. She's gonna go to the steward and complain. He is gonna go to my department head, and my department head will in turn have to come and have a conversation with me, a weird conversation about talking to wardrobe personnel. Like, here's the thing. The steward won't come talk to me about it. She won't come talk to me about it. We won't have like no little meeting about it. Like, oh, well, I feel like this is going on, so I can speak my piece. I can tell what's going on from my side. No, it's going to go from her to him, to him, to him, to him, to me. And like I'm still a child, like I'm an adult, like they're professors and I'm a student, like they're a teacher or something like that. Like come on, man. Come on. And I don't know what's going to happen after this, but I'll let you guys know. So, I don't know. Stay tuned for part 2.